And this is perhaps a rash and foolish exercise, but let's do it anyway because it's fun and interesting. If you had to guess what happened, what would your guess? Like, if you know you're at the pearly gates, God's like, all right, listen, you got to test.
I'll tell
Write
you
down all the details you think happened, and you know if you get remotely close, the closer you get, the more shit you get, and the more virgins you get in heaven. All right.
I only need one. I only need one woman, and she's no longer a virgin. But
okay, that's fine, right? Right.
You know, if I look again, what I believe, I have to at least be able to tie it back to what is generally known as of now. I appreciate people don't think it was a 30-06. I appreciate that. And then I said, you know, okay, maybe the prosecution made a mistake on the bullet. I appreciate people don't think it was a 30-06. I personally think as of now, and as of the evidence that we have, the best evidence is that it was a shot. It came from the roof of that building. I don't know if Tyler was on the one on there who pulled the trigger. I don't know if there's a second shot. It was a bullet. It came from roughly that area. That's where everybody turned their heads the day of. To the extent it was Tyler, my best guess of theory is people were posting in advance that something big is going to happen at UVU.
They were.
Now it might just be the
same.
And
they don't always do that, by the way. That's not just like a pattern.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was going to say. Like, people, it does happen enough that, maybe it's just a coincidence. Okay. People were posting in advance something's going to happen. He gets shot from a roof. I'm not going to identify who did it. That's for the trial. Best evidence, he got shot from that roof. That was unsecured. TPUSA was told they didn't need to have drones there, or they weren't allowed to have drones there for security, that UVU was going to take care of securing that roof. People had advanced knowledge. George Zinn was there, said he was the guy in order to let the shooter get away. Mm-hmm. How he knew that, my theory is that there were other people involved, radicalizing Tyler or whomever in these Discord communities online, that there may have been government assets, government agents in there, and it would be not just embarrassing, but incriminating if they not only failed to prevent it, but maybe had a hand in weaponizing an individual who went on to kill,
either intentionally or inadvertently.
Yeah, it's like that's beyond embarrassment. They through act or omission, Charlie Kirk got assassinated. So knowing all of this, likely a shot from the roof, people with advanced knowledge, there was a guy there to help the individual get away. Tyler Robinson allegedly goes back to Lance Twiggs, whether they're working together or not, maybe to try to figure out a getaway. So I would bet that other people were involved. There could have been state actors. There could have been an online radical group through Reddit, subreddits, whatever, who did this. And the feds, either are deliberately trying to cover up the fact or not investigate the fact that there might have been government assets involved in this in one way or another, and it's easier just to focus on Tyler, or they were incompetent and didn't get ahead of this, and it happened under their watch. What's amazing is also, a lot people build their conspiracy on error that occurs in the process, in the investigation. And it's amazing, people seem to think that each and every investigation is like a Hollywood movie or one of those miniseries in its perfection. The investigators do everything right. There's no human error. There's no buffoons who forget to charge their cameras. There's no cops who destroy evidence by accident or on purpose. So people go from the imperfections of every investigation to conclude broader conspiracies that are wholly untethered to even the weaknesses in the prosecution. There will be weaknesses. I mean, it's the nature of investigations, and there will be mistakes that have been made. And then the only question is, are they accidental, innocuous, or are they deliberate to cover up something else? That, very difficult to know. But no, my operating theory is that whoever was involved, there was something going on in these Discord chats in online communities. He was weaponized. People had advanced knowledge. I wouldn't be shocked if we were to find out George Zinn was LARPing as a teenager in these Discord chats, because they're all a bunch of freakish perverts. And so you think
it's more likely that George Zinn was in the Discord chats than it is that a lapel might exploded?
People can call me a conspiracy theory all they want. It's inconceivable that George Zinn just happened to be there. After the shot goes out, he has the great idea of saying, I'm going to pretend to be the shooter.
Immediately engages in third order thinking.
It's astronomically impossible that he was just there by accident, just had the idea spontaneously, that he even knew that Charlie Kirk got fatally shot.
Do you think he actually had CP on his device, or do you think they planted it as an excuse to get him the fuck out of there?